Good morning, good morning to you. And how are you doing today? And welcome back to Life with Jennifer. I am doing very okay. Yes, my viewers, my friend, my subscriber, thank you for keep coming back to this channel, Life with Jennifer JM and my people. And you know what I go on? I say, I know the story of the housing project with the Prime Minister and Desmond McKenzie story. Yes, I get from bad to worse, you know. Till the Prime Minister, you know, people, take up one video done by Dre Bryan and upset about it, very upset about it, my people. And Dre Bryan is saying that he's fearful for his life regarding what is happening. I am going to play the clip for you so you can hear what we're going. So this I get from bad to worse. Listen to this.
Seeing not just a mischievous, but a malicious social media post, which would suggest that somehow this program is giving the houses and then taking them back. Despicable. And you know why it is despicable? Because it was specifically crafted to target a program that is delivering good benefit to the people of Jamaica. Why? They are trying to tear down this program for political gain. But you know what the real disgusting thing is? They are playing up on the ignorance of people. Because even people who we would usually ascribe intelligence to, people who are well-read, people who are educated but can't overcome their biases, would have seen this stupid social media post and without checking, without verifying, without applying even a tinge of skepticism, would have accepted it because it plays into their bias, looking for something to criticize when nothing is there. And so it plays upon ignorance. Ignorance.
First of all, Andrew, big up yourself, bro, God, and thanks for the free publicity, but there's nothing despicable or ignorant about the post. All was said was reiterating what your Minister of Local Government said. The man said the houses them not belong to the people, and God forbid if somebody should pass away, that house will be given to somebody else less fortunate and in need. Nothing was added, nothing was subtracted. But thanks to the free publicity, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, right? But what you have caused now, right, is for so many persons to see this clip that you post on your page, and now my DM is filled with threats, thanks to you, Prime Minister of Jamaica. So I just come here to let Jamaica know, if anything should happen to Dre Bryan within the next 24 hours or beyond, the Jamaica Labour Party is responsible and the Prime Minister of Jamaica is responsible, because all I did was to reiterate what his Minister of Local Government had said. No lies told, nothing malicious. So thanks to you, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, if anything should happen to me within the next 24 hours, you is responsible and your Jamaica Labour Party operatives are responsible. I have been getting threats left, right, and center since you make this post. My DMs are filled with threat messages and persons are calling my phone non-stop and threatening me. Thanks to you, Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness.
So, wanna hear what's going on? Wanna hear the story? No, I am still left to baffles if it's really Blodgers or it should be the Minister, Desmond McKenzie, who he should be held talking about to come and explain it to the people. Because I also see the PNP opposition spokesperson and the local government, Natalie Nita Garvey, put out a statement also asking for clarification. So I'm going to let you hear what Natalie Nita has to say.
The opposition is calling on the Minister of Local Government, Honorable Desmond McKenzie, to urgently clarify statements made at a post-cabinet briefing yesterday regarding the ownership of houses granted to the registered poor under the Poor Relief Act and under the new social housing program. The minister's assertion that these houses would revert to the municipal corporation's ownership upon the death of the beneficiary is causing grave national concern and is legally misleading. The legal status of these homeowners must be clarified, as persons now receiving houses are confused by contradictory statements made by the minister and their original understanding of the program. It is my advice that indigent housing provided to registered poor or paupers on the roll only revert to the municipal corporation's ownership if constructed on vested pauper lands. However, the minister's statement implied this was the case for all housing grants. I'm also noting that this rule does not and should not apply to individuals who receive houses on their own land or on land legally permitted for use granted to them by others. I'm also seeking clarification regarding the National Housing Program, which is administered by the Office of the Prime Minister. These beneficiaries are similar, and some are now very anxious about their housing security. As a result, I'm calling on the government to publicly outline the rules governing these housing provisions. The opposition is firmly against houses being taken away from the elderly, the registered poor, indigent individuals, or anyone on the pauper's roll, as this would put surviving family members at risk of homelessness or destitution. I also believe it's disingenuous for the minister to claim that the indigent housing program, where government built houses for the poor, was initiated in 2016. This is inaccurate, as government has been building indigent houses since the 1990s.
Visit our website.
So there you have it, Mr. Prime Minister. Everybody asks a question because what Desmond McKenzie came out and says, we don't understand. I can't come out and I just blame one specific person or bludgers to say, well, you have to get what you should do is get Desmond McKenzie and yourself. Keep a press briefing like how Marlon Morgan love press briefing. Explain and break it down. Maybe Desmond may say too clear and true, it was like Jamaican and too sensible. Them not understand the thing. Because my people, we want to take another listen, keen listen to what Desmond McKenzie was saying. I want to listen to it for me.
For mere assistance, so you provide a sheet of zinc, a door, or something like that. And I've seen over the years the plight of many persons, indigent persons, who are actually registered as indigent on the poor relief roll of government, because there is a poor relief system that goes around, does the necessary investigations, and if they can't provide an house, they would pay rent, because that is a part of the whole indigent program. In 2016, when I became the minister, I sat with the Most Honorable Prime Minister and I spoke with him as to what I believe would have been a program that could at least offer some level of assistance to persons on the indigent roll. And he gave his support. In early 2016, we started with 2 houses in Clarendon. And since then, we have gone beyond 2 houses. We are almost going close now to 150 units that has been constructed or in the process of being concluded in terms of the work that is taking place. And I must tell you something, I have seen it. I have felt the pains, because most of the cases I have gone and have visited the location before. So I do have an appreciation of what existed before, the conditions that existed. And I can tell you it is a sense of being able to do something to afford someone the opportunity of having a proper roof over their heads. And the government since 2016 has given full support to the program. We provide the funds from the Equalization Fund, and that is a source of funding that is in the Ministry of Local Government. And for the last couple of years, we have gotten funds from the Consolidated Fund. And that is why we have been able to improve the housing over the years. So we have moved from 1-bedroom studio to 2 bedrooms. Now we have gone to 3 bedrooms. We are building multi-family units that is catering for many Jamaicans right across the country. So every parish in Jamaica has benefited from the social indigent housing program of the government of Dr. Andrew Holness, and I'm really proud of what we have been able to accomplish and the many lives that we have touched and changed.
I'm happy that you've shed some light on it, and I would have wanted you to delve a little bit more into the program itself, since it was started by your ministry.
Okay, what the program does, as I said before, persons can apply. They are investigated by the poor relief officers. They must have the land to build the units. And once that is done, we now proceed after the investigation to see whether or not the persons are eligible. They meet the criteria which is set up, because you must be a part of a program that does not allow you on your own. And there are cases where we have provided houses for persons who probably are not that destitute, but because of their circumstances, we have provided for them. Now, the Poor Relief Department of the municipal corporations retain responsibility for the units.
Yes.
So while you occupy those units, the Poor Relief Department does its monthly checking on the units. You are not allowed to do any addition to the units. The units come fully furnished. It is something that I when I came up with the idea of furnishing the units, we did it because there are cases where we saw persons have homes, but there is nothing for them to sleep on. So we figured it does make sense to give you a nice room, and then you have to sleep on
or furnish the
So we provide the necessary furnishing for the unit.
Right.
Now, the unit cannot be rented. It is not for sale. No addition can be done to the unit. And the unit cannot be handed down to family. And we have cases where occupants have died, and the Poor Relief Department retains the unit, and then it is handed over to someone else who is in need.
Absolutely.
So what we do, and we encourage persons to take care of the units. We notice that a lot of all of our units are built from concrete, and it has been done deliberately. One, we notice in the past year our indigent program, the previous indigent program, were mainly board units, and we're not knocking it because it was provided the shelter. But what we notice, there are a number of fires have occurred because a lot of persons go into these units, they have no proper electricity, and fire create havoc within these areas. So what we have done is that we have built concrete structures. It is wired. We encourage the occupants to legitimize their service with the Jamaica Public Service Company, legitimize their service with the National Water Commission. So government is providing you with a house. All the government is asking you to do is pay for the light,
take on the responsibility,
and the water. That's personal responsibility.
Yeah.
And I must say that we have seen where persons have responded in a very, very positive way. One of the things that we have introduced in the indigent housing.
So my people, gonna hear me have to make a play again, me gonna listen it Listen to what Prime Minister said. Listen to what Natalie Nita Garvey saying. Make on our own analysis of the thing. What Desmond McKenzie clearly stated in a statement. So that's what everybody. So, sir, I believe as the leader of the country, you need to come publicly. Don't rebut one special bludger. Put something out there. Because both sides of bludger are bludge. We see we have a culture in Jamaica. Our politics is tribal. So, JLP bludger bludge, then cuss out Mark Golding. A ear one said cuss out Mark Golding and his wife. It was so, that you call despicable. Classing up the woman and all of that. But this year talk about somebody from your party that came out and said they have a discussion with you and this was the plan for in the discussion. Can't blame people. Come out and make a press briefing in the decent way. And don't attack. I see the guy saying no, his life is under threat because of what it. That is very serious, you know. This is very serious. My viewers, my friend and my subscriber, tell me what you think. Will Jamaica be better off? Will this election season run smooth? What do you think? Leave a comment and the conversation continue. I'm your girl, Auntie Jen. Catch you later. Bye.